deep hope, deep boat, deep whack, nigga, he a freak though. Man down, all I ever lambs, tell him please, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see confidence in the industry and hating? Fuck them all in the mama. How many options you really got? I mean, there's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
Kendrick Lamar, what you doing? What's he doing? Kendrick Lamar made me run away. Kendrick Lamar made me run away, guys. I ain't dropped no reactions to these disses because I needed a minute. And the moment I needed a minute, I woke up again this morning to be told Kendrick Lamar dropped again. Foot is on next, foot is on gas. People complained he doesn't drop enough. He doesn't give us enough music. He's in hiding. He's living his life. We don't hear from Kendrick. We hear from him once a year, twice a year. And now, y'all don't wake the boogeyman. He's awake. He is awake. And whilst he's awake and I'm sleeping, he's on carnage and he's doing crazy things. And I just don't know what to say. So, Kendrick Lamar has kept his foot on Drake's neck for 11 years. But when we really mean standing on business, since Tuesday, Kendrick Lamar has had us going crazy. And if you wasn't going crazy then, and you wasn't saying anything then, and you were calling him boring, I'm sure you're awake now. And if you are still calling him boring, you're just a hater. Because, whoa, there's a lot to digest here, guys. And I just needed a minute. But in the space of me taking a minute, you lack and you get more disses. And apparently, I'm not sure how true it is, but another diss might be coming. I hope not. I hope this is it. We need to pull the plug. We need to pull the plug. It's it now, guys. This is it. Oh, I don't even know what to say. Where do I start? So, oh my God. So on Tuesday, Kendrick Lamar dropped Euphoria. And I done a review on that. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it here. And that's where I kind of stopped. I was sick and I'm still kind of recovering now. But I've been in the know of what's been going on. And yeah, he dropped Euphoria. Then Drake came back out with his diss. I think after Euphoria was Family Ties, right? I think that's what came after Euphoria. Let me just double check that. Wait a minute. But before Euphoria came out, okay, I'm back on track. So we had Euphoria from Kendrick Lamar. And then he decided to do a double drop. And he done 616 in LA. And he surprised us with that drop on, what was it? Was it a Saturday morning? Or it was one of them mornings I was sleeping. I spent 5 hours that morning going through Twitter, everywhere. And I was like, yeah, it's not stealing my morning again. It took 5 hours of my morning. Usually I wake up, I pray, I meditate, maybe I stretch. 5 hours of my morning. I was up from 7, looked at my phone quickly. Kendrick, he's dropped again. So I'm like, man, I can't do this right now. And I listened to it and I said, God damn, Kendrick Lamar. So then after he's dropped 616 in LA, we get Drake coming back outside. And he dropped Meet the Family. And within less than an hour of Drake dropping Meet the Family and dropping some visuals to it, we get Kendrick Lamar, who dropped Meet the Grahams. And I wish I had recorded my review to that. If you want me to review any of these diss tracks because you want to see my reaction or whatever, let me know. Drop some comments. But I think it's just a little bit late now. And I just really want to have a conversation with everybody. But Meet the Grahams is still haunting me till this day. I woke up yesterday and as I was listening to it, I laid in bed listening to that because I said, there's no way in hell Drake can respond to this because what the hell is Kendrick Lamar on? Meet the Grahams has haunted me. Meet the Grahams made me feel like my spirit wasn't enjoying this anymore. My spirit, I said, nah. I said, I ain't enjoying it. I said, we need to pull the plug immediately. Someone hit the red button, SOS, because Drake is in need of help because he's been killed, he's been brought back to life, he's been buried, dragged through the mud, and then buried more than 6 feet. And I'm like, whoa. So I was here stuck on Meet the Grahams, and my spirit just said, you know what? It went to the more conscious side of life, and I thought, damn it, man, we gotta stop this because it's all entertainment until it isn't entertainment. And this entertainment is always at the expense, and I'm gonna go there. So if you don't like what I'm gonna say right now, fast forward. But it's always at the expense of us black people. It's always at the expense. We're always going head to head. We're always going to war. We love the toxicity. We love the war and we love the beef. And it's just like, damn it. But in the same breath, in saying that, and we're going to get there, Drake deserves it. I'm sorry. I'm not even like a mad stan here, but I'm starting to understand more and more why people in the industry are not really siding with Drake, and it's making sense. And Kendrick is letting a lot of things out the bag. So he drops Meet the Grahams. I'm still digesting Meet the Grahams. I'm still finding out things on 616. I'm still finding out things on Euphoria, guys. But then I get a text in the morning again. I'm like, oh, Sunday blessings. Give thanks and praise for being awake today. And gonna have a great day. Gonna stretch in peace. My phone's usually on Do Not Disturb, so the notifications don't show. And I wasn't going to check my phone like that. And then I said, I need to do something. So, whoop, my eyes caught it. Oh, Kendrick's gone again. Kendrick's done it again. And I said, he's not stealing my morning. He's not stealing my morning. I'm not having this. I'm spending 1 hour and I'm going about my business because I had the gym today. Kendrick Lamar has dropped Not Like Us. So, the people on the internet wanted to chat shit, cry about Kendrick Lamar being boring. He's too lyrical. He's too lyrical miracle. He's got this. He's saying that. We have to dissect his bars. This is hip hop, people. If you don't like it, go back on TikTok. We find him boring. His music's putting me to sleep. Lord behold, Kendrick Lamar drops Not Like Us. And got the people in the streets crip walking. Got the West Coast vibing. Got the West Coast siding. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I've listened to it. I still need to... He said some stuff on there. Guys. He done a whole lot on Meet the Grahams. Then he said a lot about the allegations about Drake being a predator and XYZ and da-da-da-da-da. And then he said, yeah, the only thing that you lot took out of what I said on Meet the Grahams is that he's got an 11-year-old daughter. But you glided past every other bloody thing I said. So I'm going to tell you again. On Not Like Us. He's not like us because this is what he's doing with underage pitney them. All right? Yeah, he's letting you know. Again, don't glide over the important facts that I'm telling you, or allegations, or whatever you want to say right now. Don't glide over what I'm trying to tell you right now. Because Drake's only come out and denied the 11-year-old daughter, and he's still stuck on it saying, oh, well, I will quit rapping if you don't find my 11-year-old daughter now. And it's kind of scary that out of everything and entertainment, this is the only thing that you've come out and said, G8, whatever. Yes, Kendrick Lamar's allegations that Drake has made, well, not even allegations. Kendrick's addressed everything as if he knew this was about to happen in 2024. He's addressed what he's did. It doesn't make it right at all. It doesn't make it right. But before, a lot of people who are like Drake stans and who are like Drake trolls, I've seen a lot of them on Instagram come out and say, yeah, well, he did this and he did that. Kendrick's done that. And he might have done that, and it doesn't make it right. I'm not siding with him and him abusing his wife. That's wrong. No man should be putting their hand on no woman. Yeah, but he's addressed that and he's spoken on it, and that's his skeletons in his closet. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more, but this is what everyone's focusing on. Well, Kendrick did this. I mean, do you know how many rappers, do you know how many people get away with things behind closed doors, especially men abusing women? That's a topic for another day. But fact check all your other favorite rappers and people. If you're gonna just, make sure you do that. And again, it doesn't make it right what Kendrick Lamar did, but it's not new news. He's addressed this. But again, in saying all of that with Drake's allegations, that's not new news either. There's a lot of things that's been out there, and I don't want to make this a whole conspiracy moment right now, but Drake is very much so questionable. And what I will say is, when it comes to some of these things with these predator allegations, right? There's videos, there's texts, there's some things floating around that are facts, that are real, that is from Drake. Like Metro Boomin said in his tweet, like Drake puts these things out there for us to use. So it's on him when he gets fooled and clowned, because it's you're giving us the content, you're feeding us the shit. So, there was a video years ago where Drake had a concert and an underage girl jumped on stage and he didn't know her age and he asked her age and he was like, oh my God, you're gonna get me in trouble right now. Like, why'd you make me do this? And I don't know, there was some things going on. There's a clip somewhere, you can go and find it. Then it's the text messages to the 13-year-old girl. Then it's another few other text messages to a couple other people that's not even 16. Like, oh, it doesn't make it right. So I say all of that to say, the industry is very much so wild, and the industry is questionable with what goes on, these Diddy parties, these things that go behind closed doors, and there's a lot of fetish with underage girls and children and all of that stuff. I ain't gonna dive too deep into it. If you know, then you know. And if you don't and you want to pull cotton wool over your eyes, then so be it. But there is some shady, crazy, wild, questionable things that go on in this music industry. And I wouldn't put it past Drake. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm Kendrick stan. And before Euphoria came out, when Push Ups came out, I wasn't saying Drake's winning, but I was like, oh, Drake is standing 10 toes and he's doing a great job and he's going head to head and he's coming with all the smoke. And I still say he stands 10 toes and he's going at anybody who's coming at him, and he stood 10 toes solid, and he still might come out with something now, even though I think his flatline is dead. Like, even if Kendrick drops another diss today, he shouldn't just call it a day. It's too much. So yeah, in the midst of all of that, like, I'm like, yeah, man, like, Drake's holding it down. I like what he did with Meet the Family. I like that we got visuals. That was fun. I like that he pinpointed a lot of important things and he said what he said. But is he running out of things to say? Because he went back full circle, threw shots at Metro Boomin, threw shots at A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, threw shots at Future, threw shots at Rick Ross again. So it's like, did you need to use those bars as fillers because you didn't have anything else to say about Kendrick? Or do you have more? Because he put on his Instagram that he's got a red button that he can push. So it's like, are we going to get another diss from Drake? Is Drake going to go out like this? I'm split. I don't think Drake's going to go out like this. His ego, he has too much ego and pride to go out like this. But then is this a Pusha T moment where it's just like, do you know what? He's got to call it quits. I just don't think he is. But he's going to be very calculated with what he comes with next. But it's like, what are you going to say that you haven't already said? You've said multiple times he's short, he's got small feet, he beats on his wife, he's sleeping with white women, he cheated, he's done this, he's done that. So what else is there? And I don't want him to poke the boogeyman anymore because it's getting real scary. And I think the difference between Drake and Kendrick is Drake ain't come from where Kendrick's come from. And this is what's being highlighted so much now. And this is why I feel like I'm learning that a lot of people don't like Drake, because he didn't grow up the way that he wants to portray. He did. And Kendrick Lamar, whilst Drake is there making bangers, club bangers, diss records, which are good, but they're bangers, and he's maybe thinking about numbers and charting and doing X, Y, Z, Kendrick Lamar's like, the moment you mention my family, this is it. Like, I'm taking off your head. And this is not a game to Kendrick no more. Like, he's literally throwing them darts and them daggers, and it's a bullseye. Yeah, he's hitting. He's hitting. It's not a joke. So whilst Drake can sit there and make rhythms that want to chart and he wants to hear them in the club because he thinks this is 20 whatever year it was when he murked off Meek Mills, it's not that type of party anymore, bro. It's not that type of party anymore. So it's like Kendrick standing on business. No gimmicks, no games, because he's not smiling, he's not laughing. He's sitting here like, listen. And he still said on Not Like Us or Meet the Grahams, he's got more. So he's like, listen, stop pushing me because I will go there. I've got way more. And the allegations that I've got versus the allegations you got, it can't even compare. Like, it can't compare. And it's not right. Again, make it clear, it's not right. But there's a lot going up with Drake's whole persona right now, and it's madness. And I'm looking at it and it's just making me think like, oh, I'm learning more and more. Like a lot of people used to say back in the day, I never understood the hate for Drake. I never understood why people didn't like Drake. And we're never going to take away the fact that Drake's been holding down the rap scene for years. That's also questionable, but he's been holding it down for years. We'll never take away the bangers that he's made. He makes great music, great albums, yeah, and all of that. But his persona is very much so questionable. And you learn more and more. Like, from about 2 years ago now, or the past year, I've been wondering if Drake's been going through a midlife crisis. His last two albums, people weren't really feeling. Although I liked Her Loss and I liked the House album. I've not gone back to it, but whatever. I feel like he's going through a midlife crisis because it's like, fine, you can do your hair and do whatever you want to do, but I don't really like doing this, your touching thingy, but you are becoming a big man and you decided to start hanging out with little Yachty and painting your nails, bro. Like, that's screaming midlife crisis to me. And you started dressing a certain way and doing a certain thing, like as if you was looking for a new identity. So it was just a bit confusing for me to see because I'm like, wait. And a lot of people have asked, like, with his music, I remember Joe Budden saying one time when he dropped a certain album or dropped a song, they're like, wait, shouldn't we be hearing about like Drake going into his 40s now and what life's like with a son and this and that? But no, he's still speaking about what he was speaking about as if he's 21. And it's like, is Drake trying to hold on to himself being a young age, which is okay, but you have to mature, and then surely your raps and your music changes with it. Like, even though I like Rich Baby Daddy song, it's a fun song. Someone's like, yo, like, is this the music that a grown man should be making? I don't know. I'm not questioning it because I like the song. But Drake's actions are very much so questionable as a grown-ass man. It just makes me think more. Does Drake know his identity? Is he having a midlife crisis? Because, you know, he's still like at this age where he wants to live this bachelor lifestyle, not necessarily want to settle down. He sold them Birkin bags, but who were them Birkin bags for? Is he still heartbroken from Rihanna? Like, does he want Nicki Minaj? Is he happy internally? I'm not sure. Does that mansion fill his void? I'm not sure, but I can see this just from the outside looking in. So I'm like, is Drake okay? Deep down, you know, did he use Ozempic? Has he got his abs done? Did he get his nose done? Like, there's so much questionable things. Like, it's crazy. It's his character now and his persona. Forget the music. It's just him as a person. He's always bringing up people's wives as well. And that's where the line needs to be drawn. Like, Drake's got to stop doing that. It's like he has something to prove with saying he can take other people's women or do something with somebody else's woman. Like, it just, yeah, I don't know. And I know I'm sounding like I'm like hate Drake, but I'm not. I'm just trying to let you guys know what's going through my head and what I've been picturing, what I've been seeing in the midst of all of this stuff. Like, and for a while, even before the beef, like I said, I've just been thinking, is Drake all right? Like, compared to his peers, and not everybody has to have kids and settle down, but like, compared to his peers, like if we're talking about the big three, Kendrick, J. Cole, had their sweethearts for a while, settled down, got kids, they stay out the limelight. Like Kendrick says, he don't care about the fame, but he know Drake does. So like, it does look like Drake is looks for validation. It does. And yeah, there's a lot Drake has to answer for, man. I saw someone make a tweet, Mimi the music blogger, and there's this verse, the verse in Not Like Us, where Kendrick breaks down the whole ATL flex and who Drake's been dick riding on or latching to, and he broke it down. Let's go for it. He broke it down.
They not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught future when you didn't see the club. What little baby help you get your lingo up? What 21 give you 4th street cred? Thug makes you feel like you a slime in your head. What Playboy said you could be from North Side. What 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
It's getting ugly now, guys. It's getting nasty. I don't want to play this game no more. Drake needs to tap out. I'm calling it. I don't care. Come at me in the comments. Come at me. I'll come right back at you. Drake needs to tap out. This needs to stop now. I don't even want another diss from Kendrick. It's bodied. Look, we've got 3 tracks. We've got an EP. Overall, we got like 5. Like, at one point, I was trying to weigh up like who from Like Us to this, who was winning. Like, I thought Drake had it at push-ups. I didn't think he was going to win because you can't. Someone who's more so deemed a mainstream artist with pop music, not taken away from Drake's pen, but again, his pen can be questionable because he has writers. So them allegations need to be beat. Like, what Drake needs to be doing is a video of him writing, because we won't know ever. We won't ever know if Drake's got ghostwriters in on this. We won't know. So it's like, we've got Drake. I didn't ever see him winning this battle. I didn't. I don't care what you want to say about Kendrick Lamar as a boring rapper and all of this stuff. That's void, because Kendrick Lamar, one, Compton, the way he's grown up, everything's different. The hunger that he has in his belly, the fire that he has in his belly is different. This ain't no gimmicky joke, lardy-dardy rap type situation for him. It was all fun and games before, but it's really not. Like, when he's not gonna go down. Do you to think that you thought that Drake was really gonna win this because Kendrick Lamar's not as present as Drake is crazy. Like, they're 2 different rappers, and one of them, whilst one of them is more mainstream and cares about that, the other one doesn't. I just feel like Kendrick Lamar is a rapper, and he's in this, and I think I remember something vaguely a while ago about him saying one time that like he does this to get things off his mind, and he's got a lot to say, and it just turns out that he is a good rapper, and this is why his music is not gimmicky, and he's not because he's spitting his pain. This is therapy to him. He's releasing, and this is what rapping kind of starts out as. People do it to release things and whatever. So he's got a lot of pain to spit on his lips. He's got a lot to tell, and this is what you can see from his last album with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, right? So we've got 2 very different people in this battle right now. One that, you know, will make more club bangers, have more fun, be out in the streets, be out in these clubs. Do you see Kendrick Lamar out in the clubs? Kendrick, look, people's been looking for Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar after this is gonna go back to doing what he does and go and be living real life, focusing on PG Lang, doing whatever he's doing, X, Y, Z. Like, that's what he's gonna be doing. This ain't no joke. Like, this ain't no joke to him. He living real life. He's not here for the entertainment, and he's let everybody know that this music industry entertainment bullshit he has no care for, right? So if he's gonna get called out and pulled out of his hibernation mode to come and do something, it's like, yeah, because Kendrick's more of a real person, I feel like, than Drake. and he's just not with the shits. So we've got someone whose lyrical ability is very much so stronger than the others. And don't get me wrong, like Drake's given us captions, he's given us bars, and he's really hit some stuff. I will never take away what his pen can do if it's all fully him. But Kendrick Lamar is from a different kettle of fish. Kendrick Lamar is from a different type of place. Kendrick Lamar, like, look how much meaning 616 has. Look how much meanings it has. Look how much we're still dissecting his bars today. Like I said, we're still dissecting them today. Kendrick is a genius, an absolute genius. Like, rappers are the real Shakespeares to me, because listen, to be able to make the bars that you make and then have so much subliminal messages but linked to so many different things, but then the way that you place them and the way that you can rap them and the flow that you come with and the way that your brain just thinks about how to construct this song and put the bars, the lyrics into such a phenomenal way. Like, you are a genius. Like, rapping is amazing. Like, you lot are the real English teachers, the real storytellers, because to be able to creatively tell your story or do a diss track or say something in a way that you want to say it in such a way on a beat, shout out to the producers as well, it's a phenomenal thing. And that's why I love hip hop and rap, really, because yeah, it's just so creative. It's so creative, and that part of it's not spoken about enough. A lot of people wanted to glide over Kendrick and try to say it's boring. What did you want to hear? Some repetitive shit, like some repetitive catchy bars, because your brain can't really dissect what's going on anymore. Go and do your research. But everyone's lazy these days because of the short form content, social media, and the way that things have been placed in our eyes now and in our brains. Like, people don't want to do the work. People just want quick, like fast fashion. People want fast music. And yeah, so people complained that Kendrick wasn't here. People complain that he drops. Where's his music? Why is he taking so long? But it was okay for Drake to take however long he did to reply to like that, or whenever he replied, right? But it's just like on the internet, you have to just be careful with the comments and things, because people just talk a load of bollocks. And it's like, it's one thing that day and it's the other thing the other day. So Kendrick's been away. No one wanted to drop. Now he's outside. And he's dropped Not Like Us. Oh, no, he's doing too much. He's doing too much. This is what people say. He's doing too much. Are you okay? Because you lot asked for this. You asked for it. And now he's outside slaughtering Drake. And now it's too much. Now it's too much. Oh, he's doing too much. He's not doing too much. He's doing what he's being called to do. And he's standing on business. And he ain't letting Drake breathe. He's got his foot on his neck. So I'm just stating what I'm seeing. Call me a Kendrick stan. Call me a Drake hater. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm just calling what I'm seeing. And this is RiStyle's review. Yeah? This is a RiStyle's review. So I'm not sure how my spirit's feeling anymore. I'm not laughing. It's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. It's getting nasty. And yeah, like it sounds like I'm like getting at Drake a lot on this, but this is just with the information I'm being presented with. Yeah, but like I said, Drake's stood 10 toes. I've always liked his music, even the music of today that people have not liked as such. And I think that he's done a great job and he's been creative with it. And I do wish we'd got some visuals from Kendrick, but I understand why. This is not a joke. Kendrick's straight bars, straight raw, straight boom. That's it. That's it. Taking off heads with what I got to say. And I'm not simplifying my shit for nobody. I don't care what you want to say, you want to say, you want to say. But I just want to know these ghostwriter allegations. Is Drake in that studio penning himself? But yeah, we won't deny the work both of these men has put in. This is going down in history. May the 3rd is going down in history. And Drake has stood in the ring and taken the beatings. He has. And if he comes back, I hope he doesn't come back. But will he take this line down like this? I don't know. After I drop this, I'm going to try and make this as uncut as possible so it can drop like ASAP. But yeah, Kendrick's a poet. Kendrick's a master of words. Kendrick, I would love to understand how a rapper even thinks this deeply and this calculated and this structured and so intellectually to be able to create the bars that they do. Like, there's levels to this rapping thing. There's levels to hip hop. And yeah, I was gonna ask who's winning the battle and talk on all their disses, but after Meet the Grahams and Not Like Us, I don't think there's much more that can be said for this right now. Like, there's a lot going on in the place, and yeah, I don't want to wake up tomorrow and be told there's another diss. I don't. It's too much. It's too much. Let me know what you guys think anyway. What's your thoughts on this? I do want it to stop now though, because the conscious side of me, like I said, is coming out, and I'm like, man, at the expense of our people all the time. This is just entertainment to other people, but this is real war, like us going at each other time and time again, and then us in the back laughing like hyenas at the expense of other people's lives. But do you know what? It's harsh, but Drake, prodded and started talking about the man's wife, and then trolling on his Instagram wearing like the college tee that she went to, he's bought the ring or whatever he's done. Like, he's doing too much to stroke his ego. So like with the Pharrell thing, he's bought Tupac's ring, he's bought Pharrell's chains. He's doing this for a reason. Like, he's acting like he's Thanos and he's collecting stones. He's thinking, what else can I take? Like, because he wants to be this guy. And it's like, man, just be yourself, Drake. Do some soul searching, because you don't want to be lost at the age of 40 not knowing and going through a midlife crisis. Like, that's sad. Like, that's really sad. Like, I'm starting to feel sad for Drake, but he's got hella money. He's good. And yeah, it's just a tough one, because when it comes to Drake, I'm trying to understand more now about his position in the industry as well, because we know who runs the industry, who runs the top of these labels, what kind of people's up there. And I'm questioning, so don't come for me, if this works in Drake's favor. There's a lot of things that might work in Drake's favor and the position that he's in right now as Drake, and the people that he has behind him, people like Jay Prince and other people. And, there's a position that Drake's got and people of power behind him, whoever this Lucian guy is as well. Like, so at the end of the day, like, I saw Vince Staples' take on it. I only quickly read it, and I know that's not the answer people were looking for, but he's not wrong in talking about the labels and bringing up the labels in this, because the labels win at the end of the day all the time, and it's just like they're just their puppets. The labels win. So yeah, I was gonna say my other point as well on when Mimi, yes, sorry, my brain's doing out, so there's a lot to digest and take in. But when I was talking about what Mimi the music blogger said, and then I played that ATL verse, speaking on, he's used 21, this person, Young Thug, I'm gonna put the screenshot here, but Mimi pointed something out very important, and it makes sense. And people have been saying for time, Drake jumps on what's hot. So when it came to the yard music and the dancehall, Drake was all hot, all over there, all over that. And he still has a relationship with Popcorn or whatever, but like, he's done videos with Popcorn, so I hear it. But then when it came to like reggaeton, Drake jumped on that. When it came to UK music, Drake jumped on that. But her thing, what she said in her tweet was, Drake co-signs all these things, but all now, like, Dave's on OVO, right? Where's the video with Dave? Where's the visuals with Central C? Where is this with the Section Boys and whatever? Like, you're never really on our turf. Like, when was the last time you even came to the UK, Drake? Like, when there's no videos with anybody. So how much do you really rock with people? Do you rock with them because it's hot? Do you look at what's hot, or does your label tell you, like, look at what's hot and then jump on it? And it's good that you've paid homage and you've helped put people on the map in like Toronto and wherever else and wherever else. You've helped with your verses and stuff like that. But like, where's the rest of the homage? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Guys, I just wanted to get my thoughts out because there was a lot going on in my head. And whilst I haven't done a reaction, if you want me to listen to the songs, drop some comments below. But yeah, join this conversation with me. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts right now. Do you think this should continue? Do you think Drake should respond? Is it dead? Is it flatline? Like, how are you feeling? And yeah, the last few points I want to make are points about Drake's position in the industry overall. How do you guys feel about Drake's position in the industry? And I'm kind of reading and seeing that the reason why a lot of people are upset, they understand he's black. Like, they will play on this colonizer thing and they'll do this because it's the rap beef, but the question is, should Drake be at the forefront of hip-hop culture right now? And is he, like I said earlier in my review, is he there because, excuse me, I'm still a bit is he there because of his heritage and the people that he has behind him? Is he an industry plant, basically? Is he a pawn? That's what we want to know. And I think people are upset because he should not be the face of hip-hop and rap. And again, we're not going to discredit everything that he's done. We're not going to discredit that at all. And I'm not revoking his black card, you know. It is what it is. But there is politics going on in the industry that we don't know about. Even Metro Boomin made a series of tweets, and his tweets were like, you know, I will put them here. His tweets were saying some shit, and I hear it. But Metro's like, you don't want people to be understanding why we really fell out. So is it correct to say now that not everybody might not be a hater? Everybody might not be a hater. But if there's a common denominator, who's the problem? And why are they the problem? It can't be hate. The hate that people might have once thought it was. There might be some dislike and some hate because of the position that Drake plays and it not being the right position that people think he should be in, because he should not. It's the advocating for black culture. And that's where the problem is partially lying. And this is where I hear Kendrick saying, you know, a lot of stuff. And it's the advocating for black culture and Drake advocating as if he grew up like he grew up in Compton or, you know, somewhere else, you know, Crenshaw or somewhere. And it's not that. Drake grew up fairly okay. From what we know, he, you know, not going to dive into the details, but if everybody is now starting to say the same thing and starting to dislike the same person, then it's easy to call somebody a hater. But what's really going on in the industry? What has Drake really done? Because Drake be trying to take people's women. Drake be coming at people, sending subliminal messages sideways, hitting at people. Like, he came at A$AP Rocky and Rihanna for what? Last year or whatever year it was on a song. For why? Because are you still bitter? So it's, I understand, like with me, I feel like Drake from the outside, he gets in his feelings, gets in his feelings a lot. And this is why he's on Instagram all the time. He's in the comments and he's doing these things. It makes me wonder, is Drake a plant? Or does he just like to be involved and out there? Because he's in the comments right now. He's in the comments today.
Remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong. You're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups. Dear Sandra, your son got some habits. I hope you don't undermine them, especially with her.
He said, dear Sandra. He said, dear Sandra. Dare I even go into the verse where he says his name's Dennis, his dad's name? Guys, it's not a laughing matter anymore. This is haunting my soul. The fact that I'm even listening to it again is just like, but shout out Alchemist on the beat as well. Sensational. Sensational. Like, this is the essence of hip hop. Like, the fact that he's got Mustard on the beat and he got Alchemist on the beat and then he got Taylor Swift's people them on the other beat. Like, it's sensational. The calculations with music is beautiful. I love the art. I love the art of it. I absolutely love the art of it. But this is dark. It's dark. It's dark. Kendrick Lamar wrote a verse to each family member, even their daughter, if there is a daughter. I'm still stuck here, like, not like us, yeah, boom, boom, ba-dum, crit walk, boom, boom, ba-dum. But this is really haunting me. Like, every day I'm thinking I might just be doing anything. I don't know if you lot's the same because you've been consuming, but I am walking around and there's like, we don't want to hear you saying it no more. Then it's like, what is it, the braids? That might randomly pop up in my head. And then it's like, dum, 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 dear Sandra. Then I'm hearing something about pedo, so my head's thinking, I'm just walking around, I could be cooking, I'm like, rah, these allegations are mad. Man said this about Drake. I'm not even thinking about anything Drake said. Kendrick's taking it home. I didn't mean to sound like I'm being biased on here, but I'm just going with what I'm being presented with and my thoughts. I don't hate Drake, but his character is very much so questionable. And I'm riding with Kendrick. Kendrick's taking us home. Kendrick's taking us home. And because I'm from the outside looking in, obviously we don't know these people personally, but as an artist, like what Kendrick stands for, he seems more realistic. He seems like he's more of a person you could trust over Drake. Drake goes around sleeping with people's women. And he's always like, you couldn't leave your girl around Drake. I wouldn't advise you to leave your wife. According to Kendrick, don't leave your daughters around Drake. Don't leave your children around Drake. Don't leave any form of woman around Drake. Because he might just steal her. But like, he done it to Lil Wayne. He done it to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, who he's always like, if it wasn't for you, my God, we love you, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, if you can do it to Lil Wayne, you can do it to anybody. So stay tuned. There might be a part 2, but who knows? We these days we go sleep with one eye open because we don't know. Kendrick Lamar's might be just, you know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this talk with me. Stay tuned because there will be more. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I am literally not far from 600 subscribers. So I always check the stats, and the stats always show me that people are watching, people are here, but they're not staying. So I need you to become a part of the family if you're rocking with me, guys. Like, there's going to be so much more I've got for you. So stay tuned. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, and hit that notification button so you know when I'm dropping reviews. We out.